I'm delighted to be joined by Martin O'Donnell, Senior Steward for INHSC. How are you, Martin?
Very good, David, thank you.
It's a great day here at Ferry House today. Obviously, we're lacking crowds, but we're well used to that now at this stage. It's a big day for point-to-pointers here, and especially for the amateurs here today.
Yeah, it's a huge day, and especially in the light of the fact that we lost Punchestown and Ferry House last year, and the big days that we have for the point-to-point community and hunter chases. So the handlers and the National Hunt Committee got together, and with the support of HRI, we managed to put on a great day today, and indeed with the support of Peter Rowe here at Ferry House. So we're very grateful for all that.
Absolutely, with 3 hunters chases here today, 3 hurdles as well, which are only for riders who've rode under 20 winners, so it gives the more inexperienced lads a good opportunity, and 2 point-to-point bumpers then. Martin, for people who don't know exactly what the INHSC do, tell us a little bit about what you do in your role and the organisation themselves.
Okay, well, we're actually, as you can see today, is the way we named one of our races, we're actually celebrating 150 years this year. So quite interestingly, rules for national hunt racing were first put together back in 1867, and in 1870 the National Hunt Committee met for the first time. So we're 150 years in situ, and it basically consists of people from the 32 counties who have a real strong interest and love in everything about national hunt racing and point-to-pointing. So we're now responsible under legislation for the governance and the administration of point-to-pointing, and that's a role which we enjoy doing. And at the moment, we're regrouping. Point-to-pointing has changed a lot over the last few years, and we're trying to support maybe areas that need a little bit of support, and that includes older horses. We have a National Hunt Committee sponsored 6-year-old and upward series now. We're also trying to support lesser 4-year-olds, that is 4-year-olds that aren't making the big money. So we have a new auction race for 4-year-old maidens for horses sold for 25,000 and less. And we also support hunts who are brave enough to actually have novice races for novice riders, and we give them some financial support to put that on as well. So our goal at the moment and ambition is to keep improving point-to-pointing to have it in the best place possible.
And you're doing an absolute marvellous job at what you're doing at the minute to keep point-to-pointing going. And so many of those horses that we see in those 4-year-olds, mares maidens, geldings maidens, the open maidens, they go on and 5-year-olds, and they go on to bigger things when they're sold through sales and everything. But like you mentioned, it's very important for those open races and for the older horses races as well then.
Yeah, it's important we have a nice balance in our point-to-point card, and you know that point-to-pointing remains the wonderful amateur sport that it is. And you know, we have to remember that, you know, hunts throughout the country are putting on these race days every weekend. They're all volunteers, and they're putting their heart and souls into it, so we have to support them as well. And indeed, we're very grateful to all the IHRB staff who have worked tirelessly to make sure point-to-pointing can continue in these difficult times. Like, our protocols are right up there at the same standard as racing on the race course, and we're very proud of that. And we have had huge buy-in from the hunts, from the all the stakeholders, from the handlers, and indeed from the amateur riders. So it's been a fantastic team effort to ensure that point-to-pointing has continued through these very difficult times.
Martin, tell us a little bit about yourself for people who don't know you. You rode yourself in point-to-points. You had a handler's license as well, so you know what it's all about.
Well, my parents are from Limerick, and they grew up on a farm, and horses were a big part of their lives. I hunted in my youth, and we always had point-to-pointers, so that was my introduction to it. I'm a little bit large for the riding side, but I was fortunate enough to ride in a few point-to-points and ride in a few charity races, for which I'm very grateful. And as a result of that, I was very involved in the racing club in UCD and the administrative side of things, and through organising a few things there, a few people in the National Hunt Committee asked me in my late 20s would I be interested in becoming a member of the National Hunt Committee and getting involved in the administration and the regulation of racing. And it was an absolute thrill and joy for me to be asked to do that, and it's my way of staying involved in the industry. I'm a evaluation surveyor, is the day job, and we breed a few horses, we race a few horses, and absolutely love the game. So for what I put in, and indeed all the members of the National Hunt Committee, we get plenty back as well.
Like you mentioned, the hunts play probably the biggest role in keeping these point-to-points going. All volunteers involved in that. Yourselves doing a huge job. Tattersalls are sponsoring, giving money towards it. HRI then obviously playing a huge part in this as well.
Absolutely. HRI have been a massive support to point-to-pointing, and I think a lot of people recognise how important point-to-pointing is to the racing industry in general. So it is the base of the industry, and HRI supporting it. The qualified riders have come up and have helped support it, as well as the National Hunt Committee. We're financing, we're helping funding, giving extra funding to point-to-points to the hunts for point-to-pointing this autumn campaign as well. So it's a real team effort for the whole industry. Everybody has pulled together, and as a result, we're having some excellent days out, and even though it's behind closed doors, we don't have anybody point-to-pointing. Of course, it's not the same atmosphere, but it's just important that we keep going the best way we can until things get back to normal. And
hopefully we'll see crowds there soon, Martin.
Absolutely.
Listen, Martin, thanks very much. Fair play today. It's a fabulous day being put together here, and best luck for the future.
Thank you very much.